So medyo may mga, I believe, senior na rin to sila. No? Ako medyo malayo pa. No? Malayo pa. Nasa 40 plus pa tayo. Secret lang. Alright. So ito yung ating mga exam subjects. Okay? Ito yung day 1 natin. That is normally pag November board exam, the exam is Saturday and Sunday kapag November. Kapag May naman, alam natin dalawa naman yung board exam every year. Kapag May naman, basta it will not fall on Saturday. Normally, usually it is Sunday and Monday. Basta hindi siya mag-fall ng Saturday. Right? Okay, ito yung day 1 natin. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. is applied mathematics, surveying principles of transportation and highway engineering, construction management, and methods. Medyo mahaba na. Dati kasi mathematics, surveying, and transportation engineering, kaya MSTE. Ngayon medyo mahaba na. So ang ginawa na lang naming acronym dyan, MSTHC, para hindi mas masyadong mahaba. Ayan, MSTHC. That's 35% in the board exam. Pipidback yata yung somebody na hindi na. Okay. Alright, sige. So, ito yung mga subjects or mga subjects included in that in this particular subject in the board. Calculus, differential equation, engineering data analysis, numerical methods, physics and for engineers, economics, construction surveying layout, materials for construction, highway engineering, construction occupational safety and health, transportation engineering, quantity surveying, construction management principles and methods. Yan. Medyo dumami siya, but actually, last November, parang may we believe that that's it. No? Yung lumabas, not last November, last May. Yung lumabas last May, ito na yun. Ito na yung mga lumalabas. So, hindi naman talagang totally na bago siya. Kung meron man itong yung mga insertions sa mga bagong subjects na wala dati, mostly terms lang. And that will be taken care of sa review center namin. Walang problema yan. Ang challenge namin talaga ngayon, because ngayon na papasok na yung mga K-12, no? Yung mga graduates of K-12, and we believe 4 years sila sa college, sa engineering. Hindi naman sa sinasabi natin na mahina yung training nila, but compared doon sa dating curriculum kasi, halimbawa yung mga algebra natin, yung mga geometry natin, analytic, no? Was founded under engineering environment, no? So medyo rigid yung rigid yung training. So alam namin in K-12 wala na yung mga subjects na yun. Am I correct? Wala na ba yun, ma'am? Wala na ba yung mga subjects na yun? Yung mga algebra, trigonometry, no? So, correct me if I'm wrong, but yun na. Kaya may challenge kami. Ngayon, meron kaming maraming students sa review ngayon na graduate na ng K-12. So, that's a challenge. No? Hindi naman problema. Sabihin na lang natin challenge. Okay? So, medyo extra effort talaga kami sa review. And then, ito naman yung ating, by the way, itong subject na to, usually 75 talaga to. 75 items, itemized. One question. Hindi siya situational. Okay. The next subject is this is, by the way, 5 hours. 5 hours yung mathematics. And then next is HPGE, Hydraulics and Principles of Geotechnical.
Ito na gusto mo.
Ito yung acronym namin dyan. HPGE. Okay? HPGE. 30% in the board exam. Ito na yung mga subjects niya included in that board subject. Walang pinagbago. Ganun pa rin. Ganun pa rin lahat. So, hindi siya nag-change unlike in mathematics may nalagdag. So, HPGE 30%, and normally 50 items yan, and halo. Merong itemized, meron naman siyang situational questions. Yan, halo yan siya. Okay? Alright. And day 2, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., 35% in the board exam, ito yung Principles of Structural Analysis and Design. Dati Structural Engineering and Construction. That was the previous subject title. Ngayon, PISAD. Ang acronym namin dito, PISAD. Yan, medyo humaba. Ito, MSTHC. Alright. So, ganun pa rin ang inclusion actually. Kung meron mang bago, ito lang, Governing Codes of Practice. Yan. Mga Codes of Practice. Yun lang. Pero halos walang pinagbago. Halos walang pinagbago yung ating PISAD. And usually, 75 items din ito siya. And then, minsan merong mga itemized question. Pero kadalasan talaga, situational. Yung situational, isang situation, tatlong tanong. Okay, I presume na familiar na yung mga nagpaplano mag-take ng board, no? Of this pattern, okay, of this type of exam. Okay, yun ang ating mga board subject. A total of 100%. Of course, to pass the board exam, dapat yung grade nyo, average, must be greater than or equal to 70%. And dapat wala kang grade na less than 50 in any of the subjects. No? Kung isipin nyo yan, ang hirap talagang maabot yan. Totoo yan. No? If the examiners will not adjust the scores of the students, I don't know kung ilan lang yung papasa sa board exam. Mamaya ipapakita ko how do they compute or how do they reach to the desired grade of the examinees. All right. Now, before proceeding, pag-usapan muna natin yung isa to sa mga concern ng mga students. Ano ba yung
Has he got work?
parang may nag-insert yata. Yeah. Ayan. Isa to sa mga concern ng student. Ano ba yung mga allowed calculator? Ano ba yung pwede at hindi pwede? Actually, marami naman talagang allowed calculator. Ang daming allowed calculator. Depende sa brand. May Casio, Canon, Sharp. And these are the models. Well, in our case, para maging homogeneous yung aming pagtuturo, ito yung ginagamit namin. Para pareho lahat. Canon yung ginagamit namin. And ang kaganda nito, kasi yung Canon, nag-release sila ng transparent calculator. Dati-rati kasi noon may issue kasi sa one of the brands of the calculator kasi may nahuli talaga na yung laman ng calculator, pinalitan ng cellphone. No? I don't know bakit pa kailangan gawin yan. Kaya naging very strict sila. Dati-rati pinapa-open pa yung calculator. Kaya Canon was able, release their new, the same model, pero yung kulay, transparent siya. Nakikita mo yung laman. Nakikita yung loob. Kaya pag in terms of inspection, madali na. Hindi mo na kailangan ipakita. No, nakikita yung loob ng calculator. So yun yung the same model. Ito yung white model nila. No? Ayan, pinakita ko lang dito sa ating screen. No? Ayan, yung ating F789. But you can use other models. But for us, this is good. Sabi ng iba, sir, mabagal daw yan. I don't think so. Baka yung student ang mabagal. Yun ang issue ng iba. Well, experience namin, it's not. Capable talaga yan. Marami nang pwedeng gawin yan. Alright, yan yung ating calculator. At saka marami pang ibang brands. Hindi ako binayaran ng Canon, pero meron kaming nagbebenta kami. Yung pala eh. Alright, meron kaming available dyan. Alright, and okay, ito yung sinabi ko kanina. Paano ba, how do the examiners come up with the result? Paano ba nila kino-compute? Is it really based on absolute grade? When I say absolute grade, kung ano yung nakuha mo, yun talaga yung grado mo. Yun ang maraming iniisip. In fact, yung mindset ng iba, sir, meron bang quota sa board? So what do you mean quota? Iniisip nila na kahit pasado ka, pero hindi ka umabot doon sa quota, bagsak ka. Well, to tell you honestly, the reverse is true. That cannot happen. They will base the scores based lang sa raw. Siguro, swerte na kung merong 300 na papasa. 300 as in 300. Or baka 5% lang ang papasa. Okay? Proven na namin yan. Even in our review. They will always adjust the scores based on how many or what percent yung desired percent nila, ilan yung gusto ilang papasarin. Ito yung procedure. Let me share this with you. Okay? Kinuha ko to, this is from along, medyo matagal na to when the computerization or computerized exam started. I can't find this anymore sa website, but kinuha ko to sa website ng PRC. Hindi ko na makita yung link ngayon. Tagal na kasi. Ito yun, kinat ko na lang. Ang haba kasi dito. Mahaba kasi masyado to. Kinat ko na lang to. Okay? Ito, number 8 na lang tayo. The answers of the examinees are restored in the hard disk in preparation for correction. Hard disk pa. Siguro ngayon, cloud na, no? Anyway. And then, after that, a computerized correction program is used to compare the answer key of the examiner with the answer files. Actually, this is what we are doing. I have software na nag-check. Mabilis kami mag-check. Meron kaming standard na answer sheet, and then meron kaming scanner, and the scanner will store all the answer sheets and then into a file. And then I will prepare an answer key and then compare the results of that scanned answer sheets of the examinees, and immediately, madaling makuha yung result. Ayan. The score files is then generated, which contains the ID number of the examinees and the scores for the subject. A parallel run is performed to ensure accuracy of correction. Actually, hindi to gaya ng PCOS machine in our election na pag salang mo sa PCOS, result agad. Hindi ganon. So, meron pang program na iraran to compare the results in the answer sheet to the answer key of the examiner. Okay? And then after that, a report of the statistics of scores obtained by all examinees arranged from the highest score to the lowest score is then generated. This is used by the board or the examiner in deciding on the score to be considered as minimum passing level for the subject. Klaro yan. So it's not, yung passing level is not absolute. It is yet to be decided. It is yet to be decided. Proven yan. If they will say 70% ang passing, siguro ang papasa dyan, mga 2% to 5% lang. They lower it down depending on the statistics. Okay? And they will decide on the minimum passing level. In our review center, I call this benchmark. Depende yun. Usually, my benchmark is the average. Kung ano yung average score ng lahat, yun na yung passing level namin. And it is really fair. Average lang. Hindi talaga fixed na 70. Alright. Then a control total for the subject which contains the hash total of ID numbers and scores of all examinees is printed for review and signed by the chairman. Okay? Or by the member. Alright. Moving on. Okay. Ito. The scores obtained by the examinees in the score file are then transmuted to the equivalent grade based on the minimum passing level decided upon the examiner. Yun. Alright, transmuted. So halimbawa, if they decide na yung nakakuha ng 40%, gawin nilang 70%, example na lang, yun, yung 40% ba magiging 70. Meron silang equation doon on how they transmute the grade. Hindi naman yan plus 30 or ganon, no? Kasi kung mag-plus 30, paano yung 80? Plus 30, 120 na yung score niya. No, 110. So, hindi ganon. So, it will be transmuted. And then after that, a control report of the subject after transmutation of grades is generated. This report is compared by the chairman with the control total report generated in procedure number 11. Then after that, procedures 1 to 12 are repeated for all subjects. Mahaba kasi ito. Kinat ko lang yung mga important point. Every subject, they do that. And after the scores in the subjects have been transmitted to their equivalent grades, these are updated to the history file which will contain the ID numbers and of course, to make it short, ready for release. Yan. So pinag-uusapan muna nila. Hindi yung pagsalang doon sa machine, agad grado, pass or fail. No, hindi. So I hope you get this nature. Well, I'm not saying na, ganun pala sir, i-adjust pala nila. So okay lang pala na makakuha ako ng maliit na grade. Baka yun yung iniisip ng iba dito. No, hindi. Dapat, during pa lang sa review, sa ka ba mag-review, alam mo na yung status mo. Alam mo na yung, well, in our review center, we're not really talagang focusing on the top notcher. No? Ilan lang yan, mangilan-ilan lang yan. That may comprise only of 5% of the population. 95% are struggling. Doon kami sa nag-struggle. So, yun talaga. Kaya ginagawa namin, mamaya ipapakita ko, meron kaming statistics every time nag-exam kami. I will show that to you. Okay? Alright, now, ito yung mga, I will show you some, well, of course, you will be asking, lalo na siguro dito, may mga nagjo-join dito na medyo matagal na rin na hindi nakapag-exam. Ano na ba yung lumalabas ngayon? Ano ba yung trend? Ano ba yung trend? Okay? Sinabi ko kanina, I am now entering my 30th year of this in this profession. So I've been following board exam for 30 years. Not only following, I'm also writing the book or a book na comprising of the past board exam. So parang hindi naman memorize pero at least may idea ka na on how the exams, the trend of the exam. Parang ganun yung lumalabas. Ano? Alright. Halimbawa na lang, in mathematics, let me show you kahit dalawang exam lang. Okay. In 2015, ito yung lumabas in 2015. Ayan, ito yung unang page, may factoring, functions, inequality, algebraic expressions, progression, ayan. And then, yan, exponential growth, okay? Worded problems, work problem, areas, and so on, money problem. Money problem, talagang problema yung money problem, ano? Maganda kayo masolve yung money problem, ano? Sana pag nasolve mo sa algebra yung money problem, solve na rin yung money problem mo. So kung gano'n, wala tayong problema. And then vector, triangles and circles, okay? Analytic geometry, volumes, time rates, yung calculate, yan. Yan, nakikita nyo naman dito sa questions. Medyo bilisan ko lang, no? Integral calculus, yung favorite ng mga students, integral. Well, by the way, let me ask, I believe sa first year, ma'am, they start with calculus na, di ba? First year nila, no? Parang calculus na yata yung first year nila. So, ganun. Bali, baka wala na yung, I don't know kung may analytic pa, may algebra pa, but these are, yes, very important. And yung statistics, permutation, combination, probability, economics, no? And surveying like leveling, curves, traffic, and so on. Yan, in 2015 yan. And then let me share another board exam. This time, yung 2018, medyo bago-bago pa, before pandemic. 2018, November 2018. Ito, merong binomial expansion, algebraic expressions, exponents, motion, rate problems, work problems, average, progression, exponential growth, proportion, yan. And then money problem pa rin, okay? Trigonometry, triangles, polygon, volume, time rates, analytic geometry, limits, no? In calculus, maxima minima problem, dynamics, no? Lalo na yung mga rotation, no? Translation, rotation, bahira yung plane motion. Yan, rotation, mechanics. And then we have, of course, economics and probability. Maraming probability lumalabas sa board exam. Yung mga probability, permutation, permute, combination, maraming lumalabas sa board exam. And then, yun na nga, surveying, no? Measurements, curves, traffic, earthworks, yan. These are the different subjects or topics na lumalabas sa MSTE. Of course, today, nowadays, kasi may nadagdag na health and safety, yung mga ganong mga construction, then madadagdagan yung items natin. Not item, but yung question. Pero hindi pa rin nawawala yung mga fundamental. Well, how I wish sana yung examiner will decide on the questions talaga na talagang applied to engineering. Kasi may mga tanong na hindi talaga applied to engineering. Halimbawa, may mga tanong na parang out of this world na. Kung hindi mo basahin ng mabuti, hindi mo masasagot. Clock problem, halimbawa. Okay lang yung basic clock problem. Okay lang yan kasi kailangan naman natin ng clock problem, di ba? Sabi ko ng iba, may kaibigan nga ako noon na from engineering, nag-shift siya so to ibang course. Tanong ko, bakit ka nag-shift? Hindi niya daw maisip bakit Bakit pa nagsosolve ng clock problem? Hindi naman nagagamit yan in actual practice, no? Tama, di ba? Pero actually, the challenge is ganito. Kung engineering ka, hindi mo ma-analyze yung motion ng clocks na nakikita mo yan, di ba? Nakikita mo yung relo, di ba? Hindi mo ma-relate yung motion ng minute hand to hour hand. Well, how much more forces? How much more forces na hindi mo nakikita? Ha? Kaya importante 'yon. Kasi it's a training of your reasoning, logic, no? 'Yun ang, sad to say, 'yun ang kulang ngayon sa mga students. 'Yun talaga yung napansin namin. Wala nang logic, wala nang common sense. Lahat na lang memorize. Totoo 'yan, no? Very very sad. Kaya dapat i-enhance natin. Kung engineering ka, dapat mag-solve ka ng mga puzzle para training lang of your reasoning. That will improve your performance talaga. That may be indirect. Sabi ng iba, mag-aral ka lang mag-aral. Kulang yan. Kasi kung mag-aral ka lang mag-aral, under time pressure ka lang, tendency, i-memorize mo na lang. Ganun yan eh. Nasanay tayo sa ganun. Lalo na yung mga sanay dyan sa online na lang. No? Online na lang na class. Okay lang yung online class. Ang worst is online exam. Online exam. I don't know ano yung mga measures ng school na ginagawa na para talagang hindi magkopyahan. Alam ko yung iba, may mga mirror sila, may sa harap, may mga camera na talagang malaman, ma-monitor na talagang during online exam, walang nagkokopyahan. Kaya lang kapag engineering ka, ang galing maghanap ng paraan, no? Pag-engineering, no? May mga side shots, may mga marami. Kaya, natawa si ma'am. Yan ang engineering. Buhay engineering. Okay? Alright. Na-reminis ko, nakikita ko si ma'am, na-reminis ko yung college days ko. Bago pa si ma'am noon. Parang third year yata ako ng third year. Sasabihin ni ma'am, si Zero, bilisto yung ano ko, yung edad ko. Alright. Naging student ka pa yung anak ni ma'am. So, gano'n na tayo ka-mature. Mature lang. No? Mature. Huwag naman natin sabihin matanda. Matanda. No? Mature lang tayo. Alright. Okay. HGE. Okay. Let me share you. Very quick lang. Ito yung mga tipong lumalabas. Sinabi ko kanina, walang pinagbago ang HGE. Yung questions. Yung pa rin. Na? Of course, HGE. Yung pressure, manometer, buoyancy. Maraming buoyancy sa board exam. No? Ito yung favorite examiner, relative equilibrium of liquids, lalo na yung rotation. No? Ang paborito niya yan. Okay? Translation, fluid flow and pipes. Ayan. So, under kay ma'am ito. Under ako dito kay ma'am Lirios. No? Doon sa college. Pero transition yun kay ma'am Lirios and then prior to that kay Sir, wala na si Sir, no? Si Sir Cinnamon. No? Ayan. Yun yung instructor namin in this subject. Open channels, okay? And then geotech. Soil properties, testing soil, permeability, ayan, bearing capacity of soil, pile capacity, and sometimes yung code. Yung nasa code, pero bihira lang lumalabas. Pero one time, or twice yata in the board exam, lumabas yung nasa code, NECP, about ano yung slope ng cut, ng fill, nasa code man yan. Alright. And then, ito naman yung 2015. 2018, sorry. 2018. Yung kanina, 2015. Yung 2018, okay, unit, pressure, buoyancy, hydrostatic force, again, relative equilibrium, yung talagang paborito niya, fluid flow, open channel, soil classification, properties, triaxial test, ayan, lateral earth pressure, bearing capacity of soil, pile capacity, and so on and so forth. Ito yung mga 50 items lang naman yung 50 items lang ang HGE. So, and then usually itemized siya. May situational man siya at in the recent exams, hati. Kalahati itemized, kalahating situational. Yun ang mga trending niya. Alright? And structural engineering. Let me share to you yung mga dalawang exam lang. Una yung November 2015. Okay? Ito. Moving load, mechanics, thrust, and fundamental. Maraming nagtatanong ngayon, sir, ano na ba talaga? Ang ginagamit ba sa board exam, yun na bang 2015? Well, In my observation, not fully. Pero don't you worry naman. Kahit hindi mo alam yung 10-15, hindi ka naman babagsak sa board. Kalamitan naman na lumalabas sa exam, mechanics and strength. Marami nga nagtatanong sa akin, mga school, ano ba yung weakness ng students namin? Anong subject? Well, if I am to suggest, talagang dapat i-enhance natin ang mechanics and strength. Kasi yun yung fundamental ng design eh. Strength is the fundamental. Yung code, yung mga concrete, reinforce na lang yun siya. No? Kung weak ka sa strength and mechanics, wala ka. Talagang mahirapan ka sa steel. No? Even in identifying what area to use to compute the stress, mahirapan yung students. Eh lalo na kung may code pa. Wala na. Double na yung dagok niya. Kaya suggestion ko lang sa mga na-prepare dyan, study ka muna ng strength. Huwag muna ng code. Strength muna. Masterin mo yung ano ba yung area gagamitin ko to get the stress, bearing stress, bending stress, and so on and so forth. Yun yung dapat yung pag-aralan. Yun yung binibigyan namin ng stress doon sa aming review. Alam namin yan. How do we know that? Wala naman kaming mga recitation, wala naman kaming mga grade. Ipapakita ko mamaya paano namin ina-assess yung students. Okay? Alright, yan, moving on. Okay, stress strain, yung mga elongation, shear and moment, yan, lumalabas sa board, torsion, okay? State of plane stress, yung mayroong more circle, beam deflection, yan, mahilig siya dyan, yung mga cantilever lang. Bihira yung mga moment distribution na mahahaba. Wala yun. Wala. Kasi ubos yung oras mo dyan eh. Hindi kasi pareho ito during our time. During our time, for example, sinusulat namin yung solution, and then there are only 5 questions. Kaya sanay kami sa mga mahahabang continuous beam. Ayan. Okay. Mahabang continuous beam. Ngayon, may kailan. Yun lang. Talagang just to test on what you know. Just to test on what you... Yun naman talaga yung dapat. No? Hindi ka naman dapat bigyan ng napakahirap na problem. Ganon din. Pag magbibigay ang examiner ng mahirap na problem, mahirapan din sila mag-adjust. Naisipin nyo. Mahirapan din sila mag-adjust. No? Bottom line, they will adjust the score. Then, what's the reason of giving a very difficult question? If I am the examiner, I won't do that. I won't do that. No? And pinapahirapan mo lang, para bang nagbibigay ka ng tanong na only few can answer, and which is hindi mo naman masyado na-encounter in actual practice. Ang tendency lang yan, yung mga nagpe-prepare ng board exam, they will end up memorizing na lang. Kasi hindi na nila maintindihan. And it's not healthy. Better siguro kung magbigay ka na lang ng problem na talagang nagagamit sa actual, parang pwede mong ma-relate. Anyway. Alright, yan. Moving on. Yung mga prop beam, cantilever beam, connections, bolted connection, welded connections, okay? Stresses in beams, mahalaga yan. Yan. Purlins, yan. Paborito na examiner din yan. Yung mga nasa code, no? Methods of analysis in concrete design. Alright, yan. Ang mga, and of course, concrete. Concrete beam, shear, columns, pre-stress, and concrete mix. Ito, palagi yung lumalabas. Yung concrete mix sa board exam. Ayan, yan yung trend. Okay? And the last is yung November 2018 na board, structural. Okay? Yung pa rin, mechanics, truss, pressure vessels, state of plane stress, yung may more circle, stress and strain, shear and moment in beams, beam deflection, no? Again, cantilever talaga yung hilig niya. Wala na yung mga mahihirap na tanong. Yung mga simple lang talaga. No? Okay, prop cantilever beam, pattern loading, ayan. Pattern loading. Oh, ito nga, one time, nabigay siya ng reflection. Binigay niya pa yung formula. Formula, it's okay. Anyway, in real world naman, pag nasa actual practice ka naman, hindi naman yan closed notes di ba? If you're working as a designer, hindi naman sasabihin sa iyo ng boss mo, "Oy, wag ka mag-open ng notes, bawal yan." Ako, ano ba yan? Quiz. Di ba? So, all materials will be given. So, dapat lang talaga. Dapat lang. Yun na, ang masama dyan, kung ang malungkot, kung hindi mo pa alam paano gamitin, may formula na. Hindi mo ba alam paano gamitin? Yun yung worst. Di ba? Ayan. Alright. Okay. Para lang ako nagre-review ha. Baka manibago kayo sa akin. So I'm just treating you. Kasi sa review, ganito ako mag-lecture. Ayan. And then, yun na, yung mga pattern loading, deflection, stresses in beams, bearing plates, yung LRFD, lumalabas sa board exam, yung steel design, okay, flexures, beam, compression, steel, and so on. Concrete mix, ayan. And then reduction of live load sa code, methods of analysis, all right, and concrete beams and columns, okay, including pile cap, yung mga ganitong klaseng problem. Ito, in the recent exam, always in the board exam, lumalabas ito, yung ating pile cap. Alright. Okay, so ito yung mga trend. So out of this, may imagine mo na what to expect, and what to prepare for the coming board exam. I know some students would say na, dami pala dyan, hindi na ako magbo-board exam. Hindi, you will take it one at a time. Hindi mo naman, kasi pag inisip mo lahat ng problema ngayong araw na to, talagang hindi mo kaya resolving yan. Mabubuang ka na lang. So, maano yung utak mo. So, one at a time yan. Okay? Ang importante lang, practice the fundamentals. Practice the fundamentals talaga. Alright? Okay. Now, paano ba namin ina-assess yung students? Okay lang ba? Am I too fast? Well, siguro budget ko rito, mga 1 hour yata. Nakita ko kasi doon sa program, parang 3 hours daw. Sabi ko na, ang haba ng 3 hours. Ayan. Paano ba namin ina-assess ang students? Ang daming students. Minsan sa isang batch, umaabot ng more than 1,000. Okay? Ngayon kasama online, ang dami namin. Umaabot kami ng mga almost 2,000. Kasama na sa online. Paano ba namin ina-assess? Okay, ito yon. Every exam, meron kaming mga analytics. Meron kaming mga tawag dyan. Statistics, shall we say. Halimbawa, ito na lang. Just an example. In this exam, 556 students ang nag-take. Okay, we got the average score, the highest score, and the low score. Alam namin kung sino yan. And not only that, alam namin ano yung pinaka-lowest scoring item. Alam namin yan. Yung pinaka-lowest scoring item and highest scoring item. So in every exam, tinitingnan agad namin, bakit ganun yung sagot nila? Hindi lang yung, kasi pag sinabi mo, ang baba ng score ng exam. Mababa lang. Alam mo, mahirap yung exam. Ang tanong, saan sila nahirapan? So how do you do that if you are just manually checking the exam? Magtatanong ka sa students, di ba? Saan ka nahirapan? Hindi naman yan sasagot. So ito talaga, without asking them, alam mo kung saan sila nahirapan. Ito yung susi namin. Okay, not only that, alam namin in every question, this sa review center namin to in every question, ilan yung sumagot ng tamang sagot. Halimbawa, question number 31, halimbawa, letter D yung tamang sagot. 14% lang sumagot ng letter D. Ang daming sumagot ng letter B, letter C, and letter A. Letter B particularly. Now, bakit kaya? Yun. So, yan, dinidiscuss namin yan sa klase. Ba't ito yung sagutin nyo? Akala nyo, ganito. Ganon yan. Ang lahat sila, sabihin na natin mamamangha talaga. Ba't mo alam, sir? Alam namin, meron kaming stats. And these statistics are very important for us and for you. At least, halimbawa, kung mali ka dyan, sasabihin mo, hindi ako nag-iisa. Marami din pala kaming mali. Pero, hindi dapat isipin yun. How will you correct that? And ang advantage nito, sa review center namin, na i-correct na namin. And we presume if others do not entertain these statistics, then good for us. At least alam namin paano i-correct. Ayan, ganun. Makukuha namin yung individual statistics. Yan. And then, mayroong histogram of scores. So, alam na, halimbawa, yung score mo is 30. Alam mo kung saan ka. If you got a score of 50, alam mo kung saan ka. Ito yung scores, ito yung frequency, the number of students. Makikita natin dito na marami nakakuha ng 32. About 28 students got that number. May nakakuha ng 100, almost 100. 74 pala, 75 yung number of items, 74 ang highest. The mean ay 30. 31. Median score, 32.1 yung mean. The lowest is 13. Yan, 13 yung lowest. So makikita mo dito, Okay? By one look, alam mo na saan ka. Halimbawa, in that exam, your score is 50. Okay na yun. No? You belong here. You belong dito sa first half. Ang ano lang namin, ang payo lang namin sa student, kahit na mabilong ka lang sa first half, wag mo lang tinan yung grade mo muna. Hindi mo na kailangan tinan yung grade mo. Tinan mo lang yung positioning mo. Ang tawag namin dyan, meron kaming report na percentile rank. Yung percentile rank, I don't know kung meron ba ako dito. Ano ba yung percentile rank? Palagi naming in-emphasize yun. Ha? Halimbawa, it's not a grade. It's not a grade. Halimbawa, if in this exam, your percentile rank is 60% or 61. Ibig sabihin, your grade is better than 61% of all the students who took that exam. Ha? So, yun, your score is not a grade. So, meaning, mataas siya. If your percentile rank is 10, mababa yan. Yung score mo is better than 10% of all that. So, nasa mababa ka. Para bang sabihin na lang natin top 11 ka. Parang gano'n, no? Top 11 ka. Parang gano'n na, not top 11 from the lowest. Sorry. From the lowest. Okay? Ayan. Yun yung percentile rank. At ito naman yung ating condensed test. So, meron kaming ganitong report. So, the students will get to know ano yung mga sagot sa individual items at ilan yung mga percentages na nakakuha doon. Yung red na yan, ibig sabihin ng red, mas marami bang sumagot ng wrong answer than the correct answer. Yun yung meaning ng red na yan. Ayan. So, yan ang assessment namin. And to tell you honestly, ginamit ko to since 2010 or 2012. Nakalimutan ko na. Parang gano'n yata, 2012, 2015. Parang hindi ko na masyado maalala. Ever since, meron kami nitong report, nagbago yung paningin namin talaga. We stopped focusing on the, shall we say, bright people. Actually, in our division center, we don't call them mga bright. We call them advanced students. Advanced student. Lahat lamang talaga. Wala lamang sabihin na sorry for the word. Wala lamang bobo, no? Mali lang siguro yung method. Mali lang yung method ng pag-aral. Instead of focusing on the principle, they focus on memorization. And you know what? Memorization is temporary lang talaga. Yung iba naman talaga, they study yung alam niyo yun, yung mga disposable knowledge. No? Nag-study ka lang dahil sa exam. After sa exam, gusto mo nang kalimutan yung pinag-aralan mo. Maraming ganon. So, hindi dapat. Mag-aral ka dapat yung attitude mo, nag-aral ka kasi gusto mong matutunan yung topic na yan. Para bang bagong cellphone. Halimbawa, meron kang bagong cellphone. Interested ka masyado, kahit bago mo lang nakita yan. Within a week, or even within a day, alam mo na yung functions dahil interesado ka. Kapag subject naman yan, ang inisip mo lang, naku, dagdag na naman itong pag-aaralan namin for the exam. You're not really interested. So, wala. For you, it's really a hard work to study. Pero if you're interested, sala, ganun yung attitude nyo, yeah, attitude change. No? Yun ang kailangan, one of the key to a successful board exam preparation. Attitude change talaga. Alright, let me show you an example. I will not show you how to solve this. Example in this problem. This is a board exam. Mayroong tanong, may figure, ano daw yung horizontal reaction at C, okay, and so on and so forth. Ito yung example, and then ito yung assessment namin. In this example, ito yung naging statistics niya. Out of, I don't know kung ilan yung nag-take dito, I think mga 900 plus yata. 900 plus na examinees, no? In number 31, the answer is D. The answer is D, ba't maraming sumagot lang? Yan. Bakit kaya? Okay? So, may i-discuss natin yan. Number 32 and number 33. And you know what? Statistics never lie. Statistics never lie. Sabihin, baka, ano lang yan, sir, baka yung student nyo, hindi lang, wala lang sa mood. Pero ang dami nila, okay lang sana kung 2, 3, 5, 10. Isipin nyo na lang yung ating election result. Yung mga SWS survey, yung mga survey na yan, ilan ba yung sinusurvey nila? Hindi yan umaabot ng 5,000 na tao ang sinusurvey. Ilan yung voting population ng Pilipinas? 50 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, pero ganun siguro yung result talaga pag inag mo yung total ng nakuha ng boto ng mga presidentiables. 50 million. What is 5,000 sa 50 million? No? Ngayon, kung meron akong data dito na 1,000 students ang nag-take ng exam, and then there will be 20,000 examinees in the board exam, actual board exam, then ang ganda ng data. Ang ganda ng data. Ibig sabihin, kahit na ang data na to, ang exam na to, ay ibigay namin nationwide, yun pa rin yung result. We are sure of that. And even worse, mas worse pa. So what I'm trying to say here, kung mamimili man kayo ng review center, hindi naman sinasabi sa amin kayo, tinan nyo talaga, dapat alam nyo na yung statistics. Wag lang yung score ninyo. Kasi minsan the scores is depressing. Naku, ang baba na score ko, 40. Yung pala, ikaw yung highest. Dahil mahirap yung exam. Di ba? So, wala. Okay rin. Okay lang. I'm not saying na okay ang 40. Ang ano lang na makita mo yung positioning mo in every exam. Okay? Yung particularly, sinabi ko kanina, yung percentile rank. Yung percentile rank. Alright. Okay, let me show you here a very classic example. Hindi ko ito susolvin. Halimbawa, ito binigay ko talaga to sa exam. And then talagang inobserbaran ko. Sinadya ko na hindi itabi yung mga tanong. Okay, halimbawa, in one of the exam, ito yung isang tanong. A 4.3 meter cantilever beam, sayang may nakaread yung sagot. Anyway, supports a uniform load of binigay. Compute the following. The maximum shear and the maximum bending moment. Okay? Ito yung mga sagot. Okay. Ilan yung nakakuha? In number 101, ang nakakuha 73%. Dami. In number 102, ang nakakuha parehas. Very good. Sasabihin natin, wow, ang galing Ang galing. Pero kung ako ang tanongin nyo, posible hindi siya magaling. Alam niyo bakit? Meron akong follow-up question dyan. Hindi ko tinabi. Medyo malayo. Ito. In a cantilever beam loaded with gravity load, meaning downward load, the maximum bending occurs at, well, of course, the answer is fixed end. And then, the maximum shear occurs at fixed end. The same exam ito. Tinan nyo ilan yung nakasolve. Tinan nyo. Ilan na nakasolve ang maximum bending moment? 46% lang ang nakasolve. Bakit dito ang dami nakasolve sa maximum bending moment? Tinan nyo ang shear. Ilan yung nakakuha? 60%. Bakit ito ang dami? Di ba? Mapatanong ka ngayon. Alam niyo yung sagot? Kasi pag may data, students can get the answer by just trial and error. Depende sa formula na naiisip nila. So, ibig sabihin, talagang formula-oriented karamihan ng students, not principle-oriented. Nakuha niyo? Okay ba, ma'am? Okay yung observation ko? Ma'am Lirios? Ganon yan. Ganon yan. And dapat natin bantayan yan. So yan yung dapat i-develop. Kaya nga sa exam namin sa review center namin, nagbibigay ako ng question. Merong load, merong tawag dyan, merong structure. Pinapapili ko ano yung free body diagram. Part yan ng exam namin. Sinasabi ko sila, baka sabihin nyo, hindi naman yan lumalabas sa board exam. Hindi nga. Pero if you do not know how to do the free body diagram, paano mo solvein yung mechanics? Paano mo solvein yung mechanics? Ayan. Actually, observation ko nga to, in my 31 years sa review, mas okay pa kung ang ibigay mo indeterminate, like moment distribution. Ang daming makakuha niya. Moment distribution. Maraming makakuha. Pero bigyan mo ng mechanics, simple, mga cylinder, nagpapatong-patong. Ang makakuha niyan. Nako, ang liit. Kung isipin mo, dapat mahirap yung moment distribution kasi indeterminate yun eh. Yung mechanics is determinate. May cylinder na patong-patong, hinahanap lang yung reaction, hindi masolve. Ano sagot? Okay? Ang moment distribution, procedural. Procedural siya. First, solve for fixed moment, may formula. Pwede mo nga i-program sa computer eh. Ang mechanics talaga needs analytical skill. Minsan, common sense. Yun. Okay? Alright. I hope ganon ang aming observation. Okay? So, ayun, makatulong to sa inyo. Makatulong sa inyo itong mga pinagsasabi ko or maybe you are against what I'm saying here, but ito yung observation ko in my 31 years sa review center. Alright. Ayan. Okay. So far, okay lang ba? Do we have any questions before we move on? Next ko siguro na ipe-present yung performance namin, no? Sa review center namin. Okay? May mga do you have time for that, or shall we insert it now or later na lang?
Later, sir, we will have an open forum po.
All right. Okay, open forum. Okay, sige. Open forum. All right. Let me just show you kahit na konti lang, no, na yung performance namin during the board exam. Yun na mga past board exam. Okay? Well, I would say Cebu lang kami, wala kaming ibang branch, no? Wala kaming Cebu lang talaga. I used to have my branch in Tacloban. Actually, my first branch is in Tacloban. Salamat ako sa LIT, EBSO for supporting me in those days na talagang doon ako nasimula. Doon talaga ako nasimula. Ang talagang may long-term goal talaga when I started, how to make my name known to nationwide. Talagang ganun inisip ko. Ano magagawin ko? Gagawa ba ako ng skandalo? Parang ganun na. Ang ginawa ko talaga, very long-term plan. The only way to do it is through books. Kaya ginawa ko yung libro ko doon sa Tacloban. Full-time ako doon. Ang dami kong nagawang book. And yun talaga yung nagpa-grow sa amin. Alright, ito yung 2019 performance namin. 2019 exam. Out of, ito na lang, isummarize ko na lang dito. No? The total examination namin ay 791. 353 Pasig Cebu pala yan. Okay? So, ito. 353 out of 520. 67% yung aming passing rate. Ang rate naman namin, dyan lang nagre-range, 70, 60. Masaya na kami dyan. Actually, merong ibang review center nagpo-promote ng 90% passing, 100% passing. Or sabihin na lang natin 80. You know what? That's too impossible. If you have a 500 plus students, 80% passing rate is very impossible. Alam niyo bakit? Tingnan niyo na lang yung performance ng mga schools. Ilan lang ang with 50 or more examinees, ilan lang ang nakakakuha ng 80% passing. Mabibilang mo lang, 10. UP, UST, yun lang. How much more are review center with 500 students? And you know what? Review center is free admission, not free admission, but wala tayong mga entrance exam. Wala tayong mga pre-qualification, no? Walang entrance exam to enter the review. Open admission tayo, open admission. No? Kaya imposible maabot yung 80% passing ng review center. Very impossible. Alright? Ang national passing that time ay 38%. No? Ang passing sa Cebu ay 46%. I have this record. I always monitor that. And ito yung 2019, may bonus kami. Ito yung bonus namin na mayroong number 1, number 9, and number 10. Pag may top notch yan, bonus na lang yan. Importante talaga yung group passing percentage. Anin mo naman yung top notch pero yung passing mo napakababa. Sa bagay, nakikita lang naman ng mga students doon sa mga post-post, yung mga top. Pero magandang i-focus magandang tingnan talaga ang passing rate. Paano mo ma-improve ang passing rate ng group? Ito naman yung November 2019. Ito yung aming the national passing percentage ay 43%. 6,510 out of 15,000. Ito yung before pandemic. The last exam before pandemic. Okay? Okay, ito naman yung aming passing 73.81. Ang taas. Hindi ako makapaniwala talaga, pero ganun talaga ang result. Wala kaming top, but we are very proud that of the top performing school, nasa amin yung number 1, number 3, and number 7. Sa amin lahat to hanggang ngayon. Yung Carlos Hilado, amin yan lahat. Baiso, sa amin yan lahat. UNOR, CPU, of course, IPSO. Yan, wala kaming top pero okay na to. This is more than enough na meron tayong yung top performing. Ito yung last exam na after that, wala nang exam pagka May 2020, November 2020, and May 2021. Okay? Nagka-pandemic na So, ito yung mga performance namin. Meron kaming ganitong mga stats. Buti noon kasi full face-to-face pa kami. Makokontrol namin yung talagang nag-aral. Sa online kasi, mahirap ma-define. Mahirap identify sa online sino ba talaga yung honest na nagtitake ng exam. Kaya medyo nahirapan kami. Magandang makuha yung statistics sa face-to-face. Alright? And then, ito naman yung aming November 2021. Ito yung unang time na nagkaroon ng board exam na naman. November 2021 board exam. Okay? So, our passing rate ay 68.92%. The national ay 36%. Meron kaming number 2 and number 6. Ito yung November 2021 exam. And yung May 2022, kinuha ko na lang kasi video nagipit ako sa pag-collect ng mga data. Ito yung May 2022, our passing rate ay 71.26%. The national ay 42%. Meron kaming bonus dito, the 9th place, from CMU. Ayan, yung aming mga previous last four exams, okay, na performance namin. Alright, and of course, our services, okay? Other services, we have our YouTube channel. Meron kaming YouTube channel. You can watch maraming video dyan for free. Meron din kaming membership sa YouTube. Yung tinatawag naming Review Lite. Okay, Review Lite. So those of you who cannot attend the online review because of your busy schedule or you cannot attend the face-to-face, meron kaming Review Lite. Ano yung Review Lite? Full review namin yan last June 2020. Yun yung online review namin last June. And then, that's 499 pesos per month. You have access for 30 days. Kung anong araw ka nag-register, halimbawa, nag-register ka ngayon, August 2, that will expire 30 days after. Kung August 20 ka, then 30 days after. Ganon yung kanyang tawag dyan, validity. And ano ba ang kagandahan nito, yun na nga, sabi namin, study at your own pace. Study at your own pace. Let me show you. If you are, okay, let me show you this. Can you see this? Kita niyo siguro, no? Ang sinare ko naman ay screen. Tama ba? Ito yun. If you're a member of that, you can click on what subject you want to study. No? Halimbawa, gusto mo ng mechanics and strength of materials, click on that. And then lalabas dyan, anong subject ang gusto mong pag-aralan? If you click on, halimbawa, axial deformation, it will lead you to that video in YouTube. It will lead you to that video in YouTube. Ganun siya conducive. No? Example, a resulting force in plane surfaces. Example number 2. Ayan, makikita mo dyan. Diretso na siya sa YouTube. Okay? Medyo mabagal yung connection yata. Anyway, yun yung aming Review Lite. 499 pesos per month. Okay? Anyway. And then, yun na nga, partner dyan is the online hub namin. Okay? So, we have here the procedures on how to join. Ayan. Meron din kaming Review Plus. Okay? Anyway. And then, meron din tayong yung aming online shop. Okay? You can find all our books in our Shopee or Lazada store. Ito yung Shopee namin. Okay? And our Lazada store. So please, hangi ko lang tanan. Ayaw ko mapapalitin pirated. Marami masyado ngayon pirated na mga books. Not only my books, ang dami talaga. Marami nga nagbibenta online. Inutil wala kaming magawa. No, hindi talaga namin makontrol. Talagang nagsusulputan, lalo na sa online. Kaya lang, maawa na kayo. No, maawa na lang kayo sa gumawa. Huwag kayo, just purchase at our official shop. Ito yung mga links ng aming mga official shop. Okay? Ayan yung aming mga links dyan. Okay? And then, guaranteed yan. Kung may sira, pwede naming i-replace. Meron din kaming available calculators doon, dito sa shop namin. Itong calculator na to. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina na transparent calculator. Ito, Canon. Allowed yan sa board exam. So, meron din dyan. So, Shopee and Lazada. So, please don't buy pirated. Kaya, kung yung iba dyan nakabili ng book namin, napansin nyo yung ibang pages, meron siyang background na gray. No? Sinadya namin yan. Kasi pag hindi namin lagyan dyan, napakadaling i-pirate. Kaya sabi ko nga, bahala na walang bumili. Siyempre, mahirapan tayo. Kung lahat dyan, walang background, ang daling i-xerox yan, ang daling kopyahin, ang daling i-duplicate. Gawa alit ng libro, kaya talo tayo. Kaya dilagyan talaga namin ng random pages na may mga gray siya na background. Buti na lang yan, kaysa naman mapirate. Bahala na walang bumili. Basta wag lang mapirate. Alright? And to end up, those who are really interested pa, more details about our review, we have this coming Friday, meron kaming through Facebook, meron kaming online orientation and lecture. Orientation lecture, sorry. Okay? And meron naman dito, you can inquire that you can open our FB page. You can visit our FB page. Ito yung aming FB page. Okay, let me open it first. FB page. Ito. Ito yung aming Facebook page. Ito. Ayan. So, nandyan yan. All about the information about the post that I have shown you. Yung event namin this coming Friday. Nandito lang. Hanapin nyo lang. Saan ba yun? Scroll ko lang. Visit to. Ito. Just click on that. And then, meron kami mga raffle. Meron kami mga our minor prize ay 2 free books. You can choose. When you join, you fill up the form. Pwede kang mamili kung ikaw ay manalo, ano yung gusto mong book na mapanalunan mo. And then randomly, to all those who filled up the form, isi-select namin yung minor prizes. And the major prize ay 50% discount sa review and refresher namin online. Yun yung aming major prize. It will be on Friday, mark the date, August 5, 9 a.m. Same time as ngayon. Same time. Through Facebook tayo. And by the way, let me mention this. Our review ngayon, meron kaming online, meron din kaming face-to-face. Pero yung face-to-face namin, dapat naka-enroll siya online. Kasi limited lang yung slot, limited lang yung nilagay namin sa room talaga. Hindi pa kami bumalik sa pre-pandemic level ng number of students. So we still limit that. Kaya yung aming schedule, merong MWF, merong TTHS. So 3 times a week yung aming review, face-to-face. Kaya kailangan talagang mag-attend online. Kasi kukulangin yung time kung face-to-face lang. So ang online naman namin, ang ginagamit namin ay Facebook. Hindi kami gumamit ng Zoom or other platform considering the data. Hindi lahat kasi nationwide. Malakas yung internet. And we believe Facebook is the most shall we say, reliable and cheapest. Medyo mura yung data niya, accessible and easy to use. Kaya yun ang ginagamit namin. Soon we will launch our website. I think next month. Meron na kaming website. Pero yung live lecture namin through Facebook pa rin. But the replays will be on our website na. Meron na kami doon. Yung may dashboard na yung student. Makikita nila yung mga performance nila. Medyo we have to level up. Yun yung aming sa review center namin. Alright? Okay, so yun lang yata lahat yung masasabi ko. So I hope I have shared to you, most especially on the board exam preparation. Okay, you can, pwede ka naman mag-review kahit saan ka eh. Wala namang problema yun. Pero iwasan nyo lang ding mag-cross-enroll ng review center. Okay lang yan kung you stay neutral. Ang masama nga, sa aming review center, hindi kami nagme-mention ng bawal sa amin yun. Bawal mag-mention ng other review centers. I don't know sa ibang review center. You might be caught on the crossfire. Talagang mahirapan ka mag-adjust. Okay? Or, if you're not in Cebu, meron naman tayong online review. I-inquire na lang sa aming Facebook page. Alright? Okay? So, I think that's it. Yung ma-share namin. Okay? Ayan.
All right, so that concludes the lecture segment of the webinar. Thank you very much, Sir Galyasania, for that discussion about board exam preparations.
Welcome.
And thank you everyone for showing your warmest gratitude by clicking the reaction button. All right, so with that said, we will now proceed to the open forum segment of this webinar. For questions and queries for Sir Galyasania, please do not hesitate to raise your hand by clicking the raise hand button, or you may also send your questions via the chat box. And yeah, we will try to address your questions by then. So guys, yun, this is a one in a lifetime opportunity, no? Na we have our get one of the actually, if I'm not mistaken, in some of our subjects, sir, we use your book as a main point of reference, and there are also some of us who are also utilizing your YouTube channel din. Ako rin for like cram sessions, like what was this like again? I don't know how to do this, and bagat let's just say your YouTube channel is a diamond in the rough. Tama ba yung term or something like that? So it's a main savior. So thank you so much for that. Um, for questions, guys, as I said, no, just drop it in the comment section, or maybe you can just raise your hand, and we will give you permission to unmute your mic. So for me, sir, like kasi nowadays, sir, puro na let me just kickstart no the open forum kasi a lot of us are still typing no probably. I would like to say, kasi noon no sir, maraming nag-hesitate na nag-review center kasi one, malayo sila sa review center itself. Kasi F2F pa yun dati, full F2F pa yun dati. And kaya magbo-board sila, tapos there are times na yung boarding house mahal, transportation mahal, pag pasok pa sa review center itself, medyo rin, merong, ewan ko, hindi lang ako sure sir if may bayad sa iba before. Pero nowadays, kasi online na no? Online na, so there may be cases na kaya na nilang gawin to kasi online na, no? But I have heard from my peers. I'm not so sure about its validity, no. But I hear some things na parang nag-hesitate pa rin sila nag-hesitate pa rin sila go into a review center and such, and they were planning on tackling the whole thing by themselves via self-studying. So ano po yung parang masasabi niyo about like self-studying for the board exam itself?
Alright. Actually, self-study is okay. Ang kalaban mo lang naman doon, ang discipline. Somebody should guide. Na? So, kung meron kang guide, meron naman mga past board exam na book. Na? Meron namang tawag dyan, yung CE reference namin na yung mga past board, you can focus on that. Okay? Importante, walang problema. Maraming pumapasa by self-studying lang. Importante lang, meron kang disiplina, alam mo yung direction mo. So, number one, you have to know the trend. You have to know the trend. Okay? So, walang problema talaga. Pero, with the online review namin, I believe our online review, ito yung pinag-usapan namin ngayon, this will go on. This will go on. Talagang full talaga yung online. Kaya nga, ang ginagawa namin ngayon, meron kaming face-to-face, pero only those who have enrolled in the online. Kasi ang ginagawa namin ngayon sa face-to-face, additional, parang ginagawa na namin, follow-up na lang siya na lecture sa online. Pero kung pwede ka mag-online, online ka lang talaga. And, well, affordable na siya in the sense na hindi ka na magbo-boarding house, wala ka ng gasto sa pagkain. Kaya lang, ang problema lang doon talaga, yung sarili mo, disiplina mo. Kung tip ko lang, kung mag-online kayo, treat it, sabi nga doon sa introduction ng webinar natin ngayon, treat it as if actual class talaga siya. Dapat maligo ka, kumain ka, set mo yung table mo, wag lang na kagigising mo lang, manonood ka na. Ano yung sasabihin mo, may replay naman yan, saka na ako manonood. Diyan magsisimula yung sabihin na natin katamaran. Yun lang, kaya talaga. With the online ngayon, pwedeng-pwede na talaga kahit hindi ka na gumasto ng malaki. Okay? Yan.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I actually agree with that, sir. Kasi alam, this online class po, there are students talaga, including me, that we have our own ways to record our own lectures, and there's always this lingering mindset na I can always watch this later, and then later mamaya-maya mamamalayan mo na lang, biglang
Tama.
dumami yung gagawin mo. I'm like, what am I going to do? Am I going to study? Am I going to do this requirement? So, na pressure ka na, time pressure, natataranta, and then you sometimes you're just gonna say, hindi ko muna to gagawin. Na-stress ako. Relatable much.
Tama
Thank you,
talaga.
sir.
Ang
Yes,
tawagan
sir.
dyan, tomorrow never comes. Later never
Mm.
comes.
Yes, amo ito. Like, rinse and repeat. Sad reality. Connected po dyan, sir. One of the things that you've said earlier was that one of the best things that you can do in order to improve your performance is some sort of attitudes, change of attitude towards studying and learning. Like, do you have any tips for that for us to do that? Kasi for me, I personally I find it very difficult kung yun nasanay ka na this is how you approach studying, and then you're suddenly going to shift it to something that is based on your, sabihin natin, I don't know what's the correct term, psyche or mindset. Like, meron po bang, let's say, tricks in doing that sort of attitude change po, sir?
Alright. Hindi naman pag nagtanim ka ng mangga ngayon, hindi naman yan tomorrow aanihin mo agad. Di ba? Okay. Kasi kung gano'n ang isip mo, ang tagal ko bang anihin itong manggang to? Hindi na ako magtatanim. Parang gano'n na analogy. Start it now. Start it now talaga. No? And then slowly, pag na-develop mo yan, makikita mo na lang, ang dali mo makaintindi. Marami kasing nagtatanong sa amin, Sir, pwede ba memorize na ng formula? Sabihin ko sa kanila, kahit tayo mag-open notes ng formula, bigyan ko kayo ng problem. Possible, hindi nyo pa rin masolve. Pero lang kung mathematics, yung mga like parabola, mga eccentricity, gano'n. Kasi direct substitution yun eh. Kung sa pag-usapan natin ay structural, talagang kailangan mo talagang maintindihan yung tanong. So, gano'n lang. Start it. No? The important thing there is you accept na may pagkukulang ka. Mali yung ginagawa mo. No? Kasi makaramihan kasi, they want na tumaas yung scores nila, pero yung pa rin yung ginagawa nila, yung style ng pag-study nila, yung pa rin yung dati. Sabi ka, you can't expect things to change if you do the same thing over and over again. So, yan, dapat talaga baguhin mo yung style mo. Yan lang. And you have to start now. And expect the result na hindi agad-agad. Hindi naman yan agad-agad. No? It will come soon. Okay?
All right, sir. Thank you. And I think my questions bought enough time for the participants to type in their questions. We have 2 questions here. We have one from Ryan Cartel. His question goes, regarding with the calculator, I have my Canon F789 SGA calculator bought 2 or 3 years ago. The model wasn't in transparent case yet. Is it still usable for boards?
Alright. Yes. Hindi naman sinabi ko anong model, yung white ba or transparent. Pwede yan. Actually, pwede yan. Walang problema. Importante lang yung battery check mo lang, no? Na during the board, dapat bago yung battery mo. Yan lang. Pwede yan. Wala namang sinabi na dapat transparent. Ang ano lang namin, kung bibili ka pa lang ng calculator, bumili ka lang ng non-transparent para wala nang issues, no? Kung meron man. Okay.
I see, sir. Thank you. Nag-follow-up question po via Messenger. Regarding po sa review center niyo, sir, daw, yung time period po, ilan po yung time period po?
Alright, time period. Okay. Normally, ang review namin will last, depende sa season. Ngayong season ngayon kasi June, November yung aming exam, medyo mahaba-haba. 14 weeks yung review, and then 8 to 9 weeks ang refresher. So ano ba yung pagkakaiba ng review at saka refresher? Yung review namin talagang back to the basic talaga. Yung una muna principle, and then more on lecture, and then meron kaming exam every weekend. Meron kaming exam assessment. Talagang ina-analyze namin ano yung resulta ng exam. So ganun yung flow ng aming review from basic to complex. And then yung refresher naman namin is iba na. Weekly pre-board na siya. Every week pre-board exam, and then after that, 2 araw yung pre-board, and then the rest of the week, isosolve namin yung exam with the statistics. No? Knowing the stats, at least ma-deliver namin kung ano ba talaga yung pagkukulang nyo. Ano yung mga sagot na mali yung, ano yung mga mali yung sagot, ano yung mga hindi nyo nasagutan, yun ang flow ng aming refresher up to the board exam na yan. We don't offer coaching class. Maraming nagtatanong dyan, inunahan ko na lang. Wala kaming coaching class. No? Yung refresher namin hanggang board exam na yun. So, review and refresher. A total of, kung June na batch, that will be 14 plus 9, 23, 22, 23 weeks. Ganon yung aming review. Okay?
All right, sir. Thank you. We have here another question from Charles Malia. His question goes, Sir, regarding MSTHC, lalabas po ba sa board exams yung BOSH concepts?
Course, okay. Last exam, actually, meron. Dalawa yata. Yung mga safety, ano ba yung tawag dyan, yung mga acts na hazardous, yung may mga ganun na question. And some of these questions are actually, if you are just, sabihin natin, minsan nadadala na lang sa common sense, minsan yung iba. No? Kung ano ba sa tingin mo? Okay ba yan? Hindi. Parang ganun na tanong on how safe you are in your act. Kung sanay ka sa safety yourself, yung ibang tanong dyan, kaya mong sagutan. Yun ang totoo dyan. Kaya, pero we will be discussing that. Ha? Kung lalabas man yan din, okay, walang problema. Pero huwag kayo mag-worry too much na takot kayo dahil lang dyan. Hindi naman lahat ng tanong sa board exam, gano'n na lang. No? Nandoon pa rin yung mga, sabihin na natin, nakasanayan natin na mga questions.
All right, sir. Thank you. We have Ma'am Lilian Lerios raising her hand. Ma'am, you may unmute yourself and ask your questions po.
Webinar is for board exam preparation, but if the student is interested to enroll in your online review light, even if they are not yet graduating students, can anyone at any year level enroll, since they can choose what subject or topic they want to study, which will enhance their learning?
Very well. Sure talaga. Pwede. Kasi nandoon sa website namin, Hub. Pipili lang siya kung anong subject gusto niyo pag-aralan. Pwede talaga. Pwede kahit undergrad. Nandoon lahat, algebra, lahat. That was our online review June 2022. Pwede talaga. Yung nahihirapan dyan sa ibang subject, no, at least doon na-deliver namin doon yung principle, yung derivation ng formula kung kailangan. Pwede ma'am. Pwede yung sa undergraduate. Kahit first year, piliin niya lang yung subject doon na angkop sa kakayahan niya. Ayan.
Yes, because I remember when you still had a branch of your review center in Tacloban City, many of our students, mga third year, fourth year, fifth year students enrolled in your review class. And I think we had a higher school passing percentage at that time. And they were fortunate that they no longer have to go to Cebu or Manila for their review. So, less yung expenses. Sayang nga, wala na dito sa Tacloban.
That was caused by, talaga, ni Yolanda. Yun yung after that, doon na namin, and then we close it for good kasi hindi ko na kaya mag-travel, no? Sabi namin, dito na lang tayo. Ngayon, good that we have the online review, kaya you can always do that. Pwede yun. That's 30 days. Meron din kaming, actually, meron kaming trial. 100 pesos lang. 99 pesos actually. Trial lang. Pero dalawang course lang ang pwede mo ma-access. So if you are hesitant, 499 today's value of money yata is very affordable na yata. No? Tatlong kape lang yan. Tatlong kape.
Oh,
Okay.
Sir Diego, yung 1 month na online review light, unlimited ba yung number of topics? Depende na sa pace ng reviewer, ng student?
Alright, good question. Actually, ma-access niya lahat ng topic. Pwede niya panoorin 24 hours. Walang problema. All topics can be accessed by that review light. 499 ka. Pwede mong sulitin yan in 1 month. No? Ayan. So, pwede talaga. Lahat kasi once you are enrolled sa review light, lahat ng courses open na. Pumili ka na lang from basic to complex. Bahala kung ano yung titinan mo. Walang limit sa pagpanood ng video.
Thank you, sir, for that information.
All right. Thank you, ma'am, for the question too, and thank you, sir. Okay, medyo marami na ang questions. Hold on, guys. Isa lang akong tao. Just kidding. We have here a question po. They prefer themselves to be anonymous, so I'm going to honor that. If we are going to if we are going to enroll to your online and the F2F review center itself, ilan po daw yung price yung babayaran nila?
Alright. Actually, pwede kayo mag-message sa Facebook page namin. Pinakabatong yata. Alright. Pwede kayong mag-inquire daw. Pero just to, meron kami mga packages. Let me open that. Am I still sharing my screen? Naka-share pa ba yung screen namin?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Sige. Ito. Let me show this image. Ito, parang ano na lang to. Ito, nakikita niyo ba? Well, if you inquire in our FB page, they will send you this image. No? Ito yung aming online class from November 28 to March 4. Ito yung aming live lecture tayo. Live lecture kami. Meron kaming live Q&A, but not via Facebook kami. And then yung live Q&A namin, we are using another platform. Ang kagandahan ng online namin, dahil sa live Q&A, mas maganda pa nga siya compared to the face-to-face lang. Kasi during our face-to-face, nanonotice namin, bihira yung magtanong. Mahiya kasi magtanong. No? They prefer to be anonymous, pero wala kang magawa sa face-to-face. You are there eh. Baka, yun na nga. So dito sa ginamit aming platform, anonymous yan. Anyone can ask. No? Dito nga talagang nag-improve yung aming review dito in the sense na alam namin minsan napakababaw na lang talaga ng mga tanong. Minsan mapapaisip ka, may ganung tanong, pero we have to accept it. No? Ganun talaga. So kaya ina-adjust namin yung namin, yung lecturing namin, depende sa capacity talaga ng audience. So ito yung aming fee. Yung aming online review is 9,000, but meron kaming option A. Tilan nyo na lang dito. You can screenshot this one if you have. Okay. And then, meron din kaming online refresher from March 6 to the board exam. 11,000, pero meron kami mga discount package. So, ito yung option A namin, discount package. Option B. And then, for the online refresher, meron kaming option C, online package. Option D, installment. So, pwede kang discounted, pwede ka mag-installment, monthly kung hindi mo kaya. Meron din kaming option E, online review and refresher. Okay, lahat ito online. Lahat yan online. And then, yung face-to-face naman namin ay 5,000 flat. Walang discount yon, 5,000. Every other day ang class. But only those who are enrolled sa online ang allowed mag-enroll sa face-to-face class. So, yun yung aming rates. Okay? Pwede kayo mag-inquire doon sa page namin. They will send you, inquire lang kayo, paano ba mag-enroll, ano yung fee. They will give you this flyer. Alright? Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you very much po. We have another incoming question coming from Ryan Cartel. It goes, in your review center, do you also include teaching techniques on solving specific problems to minimize time consumption on answering the problems?
All right, good question. Yes, we do. We do. Talagang part yan ng aming lecture. Kailangan talaga yan. But, we have to say this, hindi pwedeng lahat na lang shortcut. We believe you will only, shortcut ought to be discovered. Not to be, kasi kung ang ituro sa iyo shortcut na from the beginning, it's no longer shortcut at all. Dapat alamin niyo muna yung principle. You have to know the hard way muna. Para at least, ang shortcut na yun, ma-appreciate mo. Yun ang maganda eh. Appreciating yung shortcut and then you get excited using it. Ha? Kasi nakita mo naman yung ahabang procedure. It's part of our training. But we do not teach specific na. Yun lang talagang ituturo the whole. Hindi, we don't do that. We still go to the basic. And then, with that, and then, okay, kung gusto mong para mabilis yung solusyon mo, pwede mong gamitin to. Ayan, yun ang aming presentation.
I see. Very well said. Thank you, sir. We have another incoming question. They want themselves to be anonymous again. So they're asking if hold on, sir. I'm trying to rephrase the question. Pwede po daw mag-ask if pwede mag-buy sa I think this is a bookstore entitled Dahil sa iyo. They were like, they saw their books there, like the branch in Tacloban. They were asking if they can still buy your books there.
Alright. Yung dahil sa iyo, yun yung restaurant ng aking pabili ng aking wife, no? We have our books there. So pwede kayong bumili, pero I don't know kung ano yung available books nila ngayon. Pero ngayon kasi dahil parang yung online kasi, no, since nagka-pandemic tayo, yung online purchase has become normal sa karamihan. Marami kasing online na lang bumibili, no? Online na. Pero there are books there. Pwede kayong bumili doon sa Dahil sa iyo Passport, nasa Real, no? Real Street. Okay, so available yung some of our books there.
All right, thank you, sir. We have another incoming question from Justin Mike Villa. They're asking, sir, how about calculator techniques? Like, are you also teaching them in your review center now?
Yes, of course. Sinabi ko rin kanina, no? Yung tanong kanina. We do. It's part of our training. But, again, for those, kung hindi kayo sa amin mag-review, okay lang. Huwag kayong umasa dyan. Lahat na lang Caltech. Okay lang yan sa algebra. Okay lang yan. Ang nakita namin na weakness sa students, alam nyo, hindi yung calculator. Yung analysis basic. Alam nyo bakit? Nagbibigay ako minsan ng problem na hindi ika-calculate. Variable na lang. Ano ba yung gagamitin mo dito? Ang daming hindi nakakakuha. And then everyone is blaming dahil sa calculator daw nila mahina. No, you are barking on a wrong person. No? Dapat alamin talaga nyo ang target. We teach that. No? But in the right time. No? In the right time. Wag muna. I know yung mga medyo advanced students will appreciate that. Ma-appreciate nila yan. No? Mabilis sila dyan dahil naintindihan na nila yung principle. Pero yung medyo average or mahina, wag masyado kayong magkumahog dyan. You will end up just memorizing. So, and that's the worst that you will do. No? Memorize mo lang. Pati number nga. Shape, krito, parang pati number, memorizing. No? Meron ako ditong calculator. Actually, meron kaming emulator. And that's part of our lesson talaga. Pag meron kaming mga need na may mga operations na kailangan naming gamitan ng calculator para maging mabilis, then, of course, we introduce that. And we encourage them to use that. I'm opening ito yung emulator ko. Marami yan, no? Mode stop, ang daming gamit yan, no? So, tinuturo namin yan lahat. We even have YouTube videos for those techniques. But again, huwag niyong kalimutan ang fundamental. Okay.
Yun, sir, thank you. I also have some sort of personal experience with that, sir, kasi there are also subjects na ginagamitan talaga namin ng calculator techniques, and one of the bad cases is that your calculator isn't able to do that kasi mas luma siya na parang model. Because for especially like me, like I have had my scientific calculator since I was, I think, 7th, 8th grade. Until now, hindi pa ako nakapagbago. So, when one of our teachers were trying to teach us about matrices, stuck ako. Like, I can't proceed with the lessons itself. So, yun. So, kailangan talaga mag-update ng calculator, no, sir? Thank you very much po. So far, wala pa po na income na question. So, I will try to ask some questions myself po, sir. About the PowerPoint po, sir. Like, is it okay if we procure a copy po of your PowerPoint?
What PowerPoint? Yung ngayon?
Yes, sir. Yes po, sir.
Yung presentation ko ngayon?
Yes
Yes.
po, sir.
Pwede,
Ayun.
i-ano ko na lang, gawin ko na lang siyang, pwede bang gawin ko na lang siguro siyang PDF?
PDF, yes, sir. Thank you po, sir. Thank you very
PDF na lang
much po,
para
sir. Opo.
mas, hindi na yung font kasi, bisa pag wala font, nasabog yun.
Oo, yes po,
Ah,
sir. Thank you po, sir.
Hindi makaka-aras mo, gawin ko na lang siyang PDF. No problem.
Yes po, sir. With regards po that, sir, aside po, sir, sa mga, sabihin natin yung mga, I think the links earlier that you showed us were like the links to your shops, yung mga official na ganyan. Is there also like some sort of way, sir, na pwede kami makakontak po Haeyo, sir? Like, for example, if we have other queries na let's say po na hindi po namin na-erase dito na halimbawa, sir, the webinar ended and they were like, oh, I realized na may question pala ako pero hindi ko na tanong. Is there ways that we can contact you, sir?
Okay. Well, it's through my personal messenger. Pero kung regarding review naman, doon na lang sa Facebook page namin. May mga sumasagot doon talaga. Meron kami mga dedicated personnel na sasagot. Ito yung i-share ko yung ilagay ko sa screen ko. Ito yung aming official Facebook. Let me view this as visitor. How do I do that? View as visitor. But anyway, sige na lang. Ito yung aming Facebook page. Okay? You can send us a message. And then, kung regarding sa review. Pero kung regarding dito sa webinar, well, you can have it to my personal messenger account. Okay?
All right, sir. Thank you very much po. We have other people are now sending me questions via Messenger, sir. We have two questions that prefer to remain anonymous. I'm gonna read the first one. Meron po ba kayong cases where you give discounts or incentives po, sir?
All right. Discounts and incentives. Of course, we have that. For mga group leaders like PICE president or anyone, a group leader who can bring at least 10 or more na sabay-sabay siya yung nag-facilitate, like halimbawa PICE president, siya yung nag-facilitate nung 10 yon, free siya sa online review. Pero sorry, for the face-to-face, we cannot offer discount because of our limited slot. Limited lang yung nilalagay namin sa room para hindi masyado crowded. So, yun, meron kami. And then for the yung mga Latin honors, cum laude, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, then meron kaming discount din for them. Of course, may mga conditions na dapat yung grado niya ganon para maging free din siya sa refresher, sakaling free siya sa review, maging free siya sa refresher. So may mga discount tayo. Okay?
I see, sir. Thank you po. Here's the other anonymous question. How do you approach students with different specializations? Kasi in these days, sir, may na po mga specializations good and bagat naging topic of concern kaya po hiya for the board exam. So how do you bagat main question talaga is how do you approach those students na naghalo-halo na ang mga specialization po?
Alright, sa ngayon pa naman, wala pa naman ang board exam, wala pa namang specialization skill talaga, no? Pero, ang subjects naman namin ay, halimbawa, mathematics. Fundamental naman yan. Everyone goes through that subject. So, kung magkakaroon ka lang naman talaga ng medyo mahirapan ka lang ng part, doon lang naman talaga sa, like, concrete, steel, kung wala ka dong specialization noon. Pero the fundamental strength of materials and ang tawag dyan, and mechanics, parang okay lang. Sa amin talaga ganito. Kung ako lang, mas maganda pa nga hindi hindi nadaanan na student yung ganong subject eh. Kasi presko mong ma-implant sa kanya, ma-inject sa kanya yung principle. Rather than, meron kasing ibang student na dahil sa cram na lang sa school, yung pinag-aralan nila, based na lang sa akala nila. Kumbaga, maling akala. So kung injectan mo yan ng preskong rule, basta ano lang siya, willing to learn, walang problema talaga. It's not a big issue. It's not a big issue. Walang conflict doon sa maling akala niya. Ganun pala. Kasi yung iba kasi pag tinura mo ng ganun. Tapos sa school, I'm not saying na mali tinura sa school, pero baka mali yung pag-intindi niya. Dahil, yun na nga, nagmamadaling mag-aral, para lang makapasa. So, pag binigyan mo yung bagong information, it will turn out to be even better. So, my point is, huwag kayong mag-worry kahit hindi yan field of specialization. We have ways to approach that type of scenario. Okay?
I see, sir. Thank you po for the clarification. So far, I no longer receive questions in both of my messenger and the chat box itself. I am seeing
Parang gutom na rin.
other raised hands. Ewan ko, naubos na siguro, sir, yung mga tanong. So I'm going to assume that I'm already free to proceed, Ma'am Sonia. No, I can proceed now with the proceedings.
Yes,
So,
Leonard.
yes, ma'am. Thank you po. Once again, thank you, Sir Galisanya, for your lecture on board exam preparations. Your lectures provide insights and inspire students to explore the field of engineering itself. And thank you guys for giving us your warmest appreciation via a virtual applause. We were blessed to have attended your lecture, and we will always cherish the wisdom and knowledge that we have attained. Thank you po, sir. And now we will move forward to the awarding of the certificates for our guest speaker, starting with reading the contents of the certificate. Sir Giovanni, you may now flash the certificate itself. Ma'am Sonia, are you already seeing the certificate itself?
Yes,
okay.
Leonard, it's already visible.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Let me read it out loud. Eastern Visayas State University Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Engineer Diego Inocencio T. Geliasania for his invaluable insights, experiences, and expertise shared as a resource speaker in the conduct of the Engineering Board Exam preparation held on August 2, 2022 via online platform, given the second day of August 2022. Signed by Danilo B. Pulma, Vice President for Internationalization and External Affairs, Concurrent Director, Information and Communications Technology. Also signed by Dennis C. De Paz, our University President. Congratulations, sir, and thank you, sir, once again, for giving us your lecture. We cannot stress enough how much we are grateful for your time and effort, for giving us tips and tricks in tackling and preparing for the board exam. Thank you po, sir.
Welcome.
It is our deepest gratitude to have our guest speaker for today, Engineer Geliasania. Again, yes, let us continue our virtual